Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm finally going to share my insights about the 10K challenge. Finally, we've all been waiting for it and finally the day has come. But before I go into today's topic, I want to welcome you. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Julia and here on my YouTube channel, I'm talking about all things consciousness, inner healing, self-love and manifestation. If you're looking for one-on-one support on your journey, then check out the links in the description box below. I offer direct message support as well as video and phone coaching. And you will also find a few guided meditations in the description box below. There are free guided meditations on my YouTube channel, obviously, but down below I've linked guided meditations that are a little longer. They are available in my online shop. And last but not least, I'm hosting a scripting workshop tomorrow, my first scripting workshop. And this is specifically designed to help you and support you enter the state of the wish fulfilled and saturate your subconscious mind. We're going to look at the two main scripting techniques that I am using. They are incredibly powerful. They've helped me a lot. I had a lot of success with them. So definitely make sure to join. If you cannot join live, you will receive a recording, so don't be shy. The tickets are at the cheapest price right now. So even if you cannot attend in person or live, then you might want to get the ticket because you will be sent a recording together with a workbook, and this is going to help you a lot on your journey. So make sure not to miss this out if you feel like you have trouble saturating your subconscious mind or trouble finding a manifestation practice that works or getting into the state of the wish fulfilled, and know that many people are struggling with that. Many people are struggling with even starting to practice. So if this is you, then join the scripting workshop. And somebody is just asking me if you can ask me questions here. Of course, you can ask me questions. I am offering a scripting workshop, but I don't want you to think that you have to attend to manifest, because this obviously is not the case. I have a free scripting video on my YouTube channel. The workshop is designed to, go a little deeper and, just practice together, which is something that we can do when we have 3 hours time. We will practice together. I will answer your questions. I will make you practice and I will be there with you, and that can be very, very helpful. Like if you wanna ask me questions here, of course, you're always welcome to put your questions in the comments below, to ask your questions while I'm live. That's why I am live. I love interacting with you. I love to answer your questions. So definitely go ahead. And now let's get started with today's topic. The 10K affirmation challenge. I did it. I said 10,000 affirmations within one day, and I want to share with you how this went. I want to share my insights with you. Oh, and I'm so happy that so many people are live with me. This is so amazing. Specifically because, okay, why do I cry now? I'm so happy that you're all here with me. Okay, specifically because the freaking 10K video I made for all of you, like honestly, I was not able to upload it. Like the first time I've uploaded it, it was half the video, and I was trying to export it again from the video editing tool that I'm using, and it was just not working. And while trying to repair it, I actually made it worse. Meaning that I can now still watch the video on my laptop in my video editing tool, but I cannot export it. This is like a kind of cruel way to live, when you have the video, everybody wants it, you want to give it to everybody, but you cannot. Anyway, like I'm joking here a little bit, but I just wanted to make clear that I've really tried to get this video to YouTube. It somehow didn't work, and at some point I decided, because I know I said I might create it again, I decided not to do it. I felt into, why did it happen, energetically speaking, and like, shall I try to fix it? My decision I took today is that I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna share my insights here with you, and I think that's actually better because the 10K challenge was, I said so many affirmations in one day. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I recommend and what the benefits are and what I don't recommend. But while doing this and while filming myself through the day, at some point I was in a rushed energy, and I feel that it might be better to just be live here, share with you from this calm energy that I'm in right now, instead of, giving you a video with the little sequences that I've been recording on that day, where sometimes I was, at some point I was a little tired, I was a little rushed. Obviously, not all of the video, it was also fun, but I decided that all in all, it's better to just create a new video, which is this one. So let me start with sharing how I prepared for the 10K challenge and what I suggest that you do when you prepare to say the 10K challenge. And you know what, before I say this, I want to say, that's a little disclaimer, I don't recommend that everybody try to do the 10K challenge within one day. I think it's possible. I think you can do it in a way that is, okay. But I think you can also get rushed and stressed out. So that's why I say, if you feel like you want to do it, definitely go ahead and try it out. But if you have doubts about it, and if it feels too rushed and you don't want to burn out, then maybe consider stretching it out and saying the 10K affirmations within 2 days or 3 days or a week. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to say 10,000 affirmations per day. I think there are significant disadvantages of trying to do that, and that's why I'm sharing with you the insights that I've gained from the day. So the way I prepared for the 10K challenge was that I wrote down my doubts and all the reasons that I think it could be difficult to get my manifestation. And I was persisting in and manifesting a text message. So that is something that you guys voted on Instagram. You asked me to manifest a text message from a specific person. So that's what I set out to do. And the evening before, I contemplated a little bit on, the doubts in my mind and the reasons why I think it would be difficult. It was a non-contact situation. So I contemplated on, why I think it could be difficult to manifest that. And I also contemplated on the version of myself who's already in contact with that specific person. And from there, I naturally contemplated on the version of the specific person who is already in contact with me and who wants to be in contact with me. Now, just a little alert, it's not my specific person, it's a specific person. I might talk more about that in the future, but it's a specific person I have dated in the past. It is 1.5 years ago, and that's the situation, that's the kind of challenge that you chose for me to manifest on Instagram. Right. That being said, so that was the preparation I did, and based on that, I then decided to rampage the 10K affirmations. I thought that it felt really unnatural to just pick one affirmation, and I decided that it's going to be more exciting and fun to rampage the affirmations, meaning that I'm just gonna say affirmations spontaneously. I wrote down a list of potential affirmations that covered different topics, that covered self-concept, that covered the specific person, that covered manifesting contact in general, it covered connecting, how can I explain that? It covered different topics that just felt that they would help me to manifest and to create inner and external movement. So I had this list, but I wanted to rampage, which means saying affirmations in a more passionate, more spontaneous way. And I think that was already where I went wrong a little bit, because trying to rampage 10,000 affirmations, I knew probably that I was not going to do that, but that's how I started out. And honestly, at the beginning, it felt nice. It felt nice to say that, but it also felt challenging because I was tired that day. And that led to me starting quite late. And when I started late, I had less time to be creative with the rampaging. So at some point, like I started rampaging, and I felt that I was connecting to the new reality throughout the entire day. So that was great. But at some point, I realized that if I keep doing the affirmations in that same way, I have to spend forever. Like, I will not be able to do it. I will have to affirm like after 12 a.m. And that for me was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I want to have, I want to rest and I want to sleep. And that was the point where I realized, all right, unfortunately, I started late because I couldn't sleep so well. So I had a little bit of a time rush. I did the 10K anyway because I really, really, really like challenges and I really wanted to hit the 10K. And I have to say, I think it did help me. Like, when I'm observing myself throughout this week, it definitely did help me to create some inner movement. I even received some birds before land, and I had a dream where I was in contact with that specific person. It was so funny. So first of all, the birds before land I received was after I finished my last video for the video that I edited. And I watched a video from another coach. Like, previously it was first 10K video I watched. Like, her name is Alexa. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but I saw her video. She was manifesting contact from a friend. And in her video, she said that she saw a picture on her phone from her friend, and that was her birds before land. And when I saw it, I was agreeing with her that it's birds before land, because she was not looking for the picture, but her phone just showed her the picture of a friend. And sometimes phones do that. They just show you a random picture from the past. So when I saw that, and when I started preparing for my 10K challenge, I thought, I'm wondering if I'm gonna receive birds before land. Maybe it's gonna be the same. And as soon as I caught myself thinking that, I was like, I don't want to create that pressure for myself. Like, probably it's not gonna be anything like that. Like, it's unlikely that I have the same birds before land. Like, I just felt it was making me get into my head when I was thinking about it. So I decided I'm not even gonna think about any birds before land. It doesn't matter. It's all about changing your inner world. But that was the same birds before land I received that same day. The phone just showed me a picture from that specific person, from one time that we spent time together. And I don't have many pictures of that person on my phone, so for me it was like a little bit freaky. I was like, okay, there's some birds before land. And then 2 days later, two days later, not that night, but the night after. So I did the 10K challenge on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I dreamed of that specific person. That's also something I said in the video, that I assume that I'm gonna dream of that specific person. And then I dreamt of that specific person, which is quite crazy, because in that dream we were speaking on the phone. I do not know how we got to that point. I don't know. I think in the dream, like, just somebody transformed to be that specific person, and then I talked to them. It was weird. But anyway, I was talking to them. Yes, it was them. And I asked him, why am I saying them? I asked him how openly he's communicating with his family, which I was like, what is this freaking dream trying to tell me? It's like, I'm such a coach. Even in my dream, I'm asking like very, very much coaching questions. So that was funny. But I was like, okay, it was not a text message, but it was a phone call, which is clearly indicating contact. And that was one of the affirmations I think I said the most, was I'm in contact with that specific person. So that was definitely some inner movement. I can also observe myself feeling much more connected to that person in the sense that I feel like it's much more likely to receive a text message. I feel that, yeah, I just feel that it's much more probable. So that shows that my own inner world has changed to feel like, yeah, I could totally receive a text message even after 1.5 years of no contact. I could be receiving a message at any point. So that changed. I also said in the last video that I could not show you that I think that I'll probably need to persist a little more in order to manifest the text message. I don't know if that's true, obviously. Like, it could happen at any point. Like, that's obvious, right? Like, that's the feeling that I get from the amount of saturation that I have. Like, I feel like it could happen, but I also feel like if I would really want it to happen, I would now need to persist. I did some scripting this week, but I'm not, I'm not so crazy about this manifestation that I think like, that's my priority at the moment. So it's not my priority. I will probably keep on scripting, but I cannot guarantee that. So let's see. I'm gonna update you whenever anything else happens. I'm gonna, make a video about it, or I don't know, write it in the comments or so. And now I see a few questions. So what I want to share a little later also is the affirmations that I used. So a few of the affirmations that I used. And first, let me get into the comments. So, I learned about manifestation a year ago, been conscious about SP work ever since. I saw a post about a 10 challenge, so I started, not all in one day. And within 2 days, at 2,500, I got more movement in 2 days than all year. LOL. Still haven't finished the 10K. Hey, this is so amazing, and I think we're all here to celebrate with you. Like, this is so cool. I'm so happy for you, and I think it's amazing that you did not actually try and push yourself to do the 10K challenge. That's also something I said in the video. It's like, the 10K challenge is not about the 10K. It's ultimately about, creating a game to help you affirm, to help you make it fun to affirm, because affirming should be fun. You shouldn't be pressuring yourself, but also you should do it. Like, you should practice in some way that feels good to you. And I think, there are these people who are manifesting without ever doing anything. I sometimes manifest without doing anything for a particular desire. But if you have a lot of resistance, then I think it's very, very helpful to actually practice and affirm or visualize or script. And the weird noise is my heater that for some reason is making these kind of noises recently. So I just used I'm loved, I'm wanted, I'm chosen over and over using the counter app. So much inner movement. I also feel able to take him off the pedestal. Great. This sounds absolutely perfect. So grateful you posted about it and inspired us. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for these comments. Like, honestly, it feels so good to hear that you are also doing this your own way and that you're getting movement. You totally deserve it. And I would say, like, honestly, keep going, like, keep enjoying the practice. And yeah, I'm so happy that you're feeling inspired, because that's what this YouTube channel is all about, like, to inspire each other. And I feel this is the right moment to again remind you that every manifestation coach, myself included, we're all also like just people, and nothing that we say should be taken without questioning. I think in general, nothing that people say. Of course, you can trust people, but people are different than you. Not everybody is the same, and you taking something that somebody does and making it your own, and adapting it to fit what you feel and what you need is just so amazing. And it shows that you are really, you're taking responsibility for your own journey. I think that's absolutely amazing, and I love to hear it, and I love to hear your successes. I just quickly want to share, and I'm already telling you, if you want to ask a question, maybe put it in the comments now, because I'm going to share a few affirmations that I used And then I'm basically done with the 10K video, and I'm hungry and my food is waiting, so I don't want to make this video too long. Unless you have questions, I'm going to stay on because I really love answering your questions. So affirmations that I used were, and there's something that I did that I think is quite powerful. At the beginning, I was rampaging about how me and my specific person are one. That is something that I did feel with that specific person. It's usually when I'm really close with someone, or like, how can I say that? When I have a really good connection with someone, I experience myself and them being like one, or in that case, it was like I felt like he's a reflection of me. And that was so interesting and very, very unexpected as well. And so when I was affirming, I affirmed I affirmed that we are one. Me and my specific person, we are one. He's a reflection of me. He's reflecting my beliefs back to me. So those kind of affirmations help me remember that, or not remember, but deepen the understanding that we are one. And then from there I went to like, because we are one, we're always connected. And when we're always connected, it means we're always in communication internally on a spiritual level, so to say. And from there, I went to normalizing being in contact in the 3D. And for me, somehow, that feels like it makes a lot of sense. Like, we're one, we're connected, we're always in contact, we're always communicating internally, and then that reflects as external communication as well. That's how, that was my logical process behind it. I don't know if that is helpful, but I think for some people it might be. And I also used affirmations like, we're in contact. Of course we're in contact. It's absolutely normal to be in contact. He's constantly texting me. He's constantly reaching out to me. I just received a text message. And I also just affirmed, like, for my own self-concept, like, oh, what did I say? I'm a goddess. I am loved. I feel loved. Things like that, stuff like that. I affirmed, and I did some more affirmations around my self-concept, like I'm wanted, like just spontaneous things that were arising that felt good to me. So these are the kinds of affirmations I use. They also affirmed for me, I'm a master manifestor. I'm so good at manifesting. It's so easy and natural to manifest text messages and contact. So I use like things to normalize the contact and to just feel that we are already in contact. We are already in contact. Of course, we're already in contact. That's how I was affirming. So you see a lot of these elements of like, I'm already, of course, it's normal, it's natural, it's easy, I'm good at manifesting, like all of these kinds of things that make it feel very, very natural that, what you want is already happening, or what you were aiming at is already happening. So that being said, my conclusion for the 10K challenge is that I do think it is great to have a challenge and to set goals for yourself and for your practice, but doing 10K affirmations within one day is something that I would only recommend if you you slept well, you started early, you maybe create some plan for yourself, like where you want to be within the day. And if you start out and you see that you can't make it, don't force yourself to do it. I feel that my mind was getting saturated with the beliefs. I already said it, but like the rushing part of it, like just didn't feel good. I don't think it's healthy. I think it can lead to you burning out and getting really stressed and pushing yourself, and it's just not where we want to be. Also, it's really, really, really not about the numbers. Only do that if that motivates you. For me, I'm a person, if I see numbers, if I can set goals like this, sometimes it can really, really motivate me, and I find it really, really funny and playful. But like, I know for some people that just creates pressure, and for me sometimes it would. So if that creates pressure, don't do it. Like, or set maybe really achievable goals for yourself, and then up the number of affirmations from there. Or maybe you're not even a person who likes affirming so much. Maybe you like scripting, maybe you like visualizing. So really go with what feels good to you, because ultimately manifesting is about being the version of yourself who already has what it is that you want. So when you are that version of yourself, which you can be at any moment, you can decide to be that version, then you are, that's a good recipe for manifesting. And some people do get into the version of themselves and to embody the state of the wishful fulfillment by affirming, but some people have a harder time doing that with affirming. They have other methods, or just like they just go in internally and like they just go inside and they change their perception, and that's how they manifest. So whichever way you're manifesting is totally valid, and I totally think that you should make your own rules. And I think these are the most important thoughts that I wanted to share with you. Yes, if you have questions, please put them in the comments below. Again, my apologies that I couldn't share the 10K affirmation video that I created for you, but in the end, I have to say now, in retrospect, it feels more aligned this way. But I just wanted to say, like, if somebody is like sad or curious, then I totally get it. If I could have, I would have shared it with you. Yeah, and if I find a solution in the future, I might still post it. So I just wanted to say that again. And there's one more question. I came a little late. What movement did you get? And are you planning on manifesting full commitment with your affirmations? So that's something that I said in the other video. I didn't say today. I did consciously say that I want to manifest a text message because I don't know if I would want to be in a relationship with that specific person. Like, I don't say that's impossible or unimaginable for me, but I'm not at the point where I'm like, yeah, I really, really want that. And I've noticed when I try to like manifest something that I'm not ready for, it feels like very unpleasant to affirm. So I do know that I would enjoy a message from that person. I would like be happy to hear from him. I always say them because usually when I talk about a specific person, it's like I'm talking to you and like I don't want to exclude anyone. I don't know if your specific person is like male or female or what they identify as. So that's why I'm like them, but like that specific person happens to be male. Yeah, I'm not planning on manifesting commitment with that specific person. But yeah, that's just not what I want or what I desire at the moment. It's not like I'm averse to it or anything. Like, if it happens, it happens. If I want a relationship, I will know it at the point. But I'm not like, that's not my priority at the moment. Like, but I would enjoy reconnecting and, meeting that person or chatting with that person. So that's what I'm manifesting. The movement I got was that my phone randomly showed me a picture, which I have very few pictures of that person. So that was like a little birds before land. My phone randomly showed me that picture, and I had a dream about being in contact with that specific person. So that is some movement that I got. I also feel a little, I just feel a little different internally. I just feel more in contact with that person, if that makes sense. I also feel what I also feel, and that's also part what I was affirming, is like my life is magical, because the version of myself who can just manifest a text message, it feels kind of magical, doesn't it? Like, I feel it's like, this is something so magical, like being able to do that. So I was affirming for like, my life is magical, I am magical, this version of myself is just magical, and I do feel more magical this week, definitely, like I definitely do. Very understandable. Thank you for answering. I love the birds before land. Will you keep going? And I also answered that already, and I said, yeah, I might keep going. I did script a little bit, and it felt like quite pleasant. But yeah, I'll see. I don't want to force myself to, persist in it if I have other priorities. But I'll keep you posted, and I think I'm gonna like script about it maybe like every now and then, and I'm gonna see how it goes. I do have the feeling though, like that's exactly, you know, isn't exactly that the energy that manifests when we're like kind of detached. Of course, that's the case when we're not too resistant to that manifestation, which I did have quite some resistance at the beginning, but I feel it's gotten less actually. So let's see. I won't make any promises. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your questions. It was so nice to hang out with you and to share this. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments below, because I do want to know what you think about this video and this feedback. Are you going to do the 10K challenge? Are you going to stretch it out over a few days, or are you going to try and go for the entire day? If so, please make sure not to burn out. Yeah, that's really, really important. That's my disclaimer. Take it, you know, be easy on yourself. And yeah, again, if you are looking to participate in my scripting workshop, it's going to happen tomorrow, and it's going to help you saturate your subconscious mind and get into the state of the wish fulfilled. All right, thank you so much again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.